Wally here, and today I'm going to answer one question, and that is, should you play Tetris Effect, specifically Connected? That's the version I played. I played this on Xbox Game Pass PC. But let's first answer, what is Tetris Effect? It originally was a virtual reality, a VR game, a game of Tetris, that classic dropping block game in which you have to connect all these different blocks in order to clear lines, get points, build up, and get Tetrises. It's a lot of fun. It's been fun for decades. And now being able to play this new version of it on the PC, I was a little bit skeptical because in my experience, the best Tetris games always came from Nintendo. So you had the original Tetris for the NES. I enjoyed that one all the way up to Tetris DS and Tetris 99. So going into this in a Tetris game not developed by Nintendo, a bit skeptical, but I had my mind blown away, and perhaps you will too. So let's just dig in and talk about it. Tetris Effect is very much an audio and visual experience. And the game even says you should probably play this with headphones on, and you're probably going to want to, because it has a lot of good music in this game. It is an immersive Tetris experience that you're really going to want to have the best quality television that you can have, or the largest and the best audio, system that you can come up with, because it really is the gameplay matching with that audio and visual experience, which is very neon, psychedelic. It's very bright and colorful and sets a certain mood when you're playing it. And it's a game of Tetris, but really is going off after this different kind of a feeling when you're playing it versus regular drop and clear lines gameplay that the other Tetrises have to offer. And I think that's really cool. This game really reminds me of a cool, probably one of my favorite puzzle games from the Nintendo DS called Meteos, where the entire experience was audio oriented and the blocks would change depending upon the level that you're playing on. Which is the same here, which really surprised me because I always heard that the Tetris brand really is a stickler to saying like the blocks are a certain color and they need to look a certain way. But jumping into Tetris Effect and playing its main mode called Journey Mode, in which you are traveling across the universe and you're going to like different planets or worlds or stages, or I don't know really what they really are, but you're journeying throughout the universe, and each stage is a different song and each stage has its own unique feel and a look to it. Which was really cool to see, because like it's not just the same old, colored blocks as you've always known them. They look different. In some stages, like the very first one, I think it's called Deep. You're like underwater, so the entire theme, the music, the looks are like you're in a void, like you're deep in the depths of an ocean, and the background is like black, and then you have certain kind of blue effects coming to mimic water. And then the blocks themselves, though, are all blue. Like every single block is blue. They still maintain the shapes of the blocks themselves, but they really do have that feel of like you're underwater. So seeing that here, this great variety of colors and the pieces and the backgrounds, it's just so awesome. And let me talk more about the journey mode. That's really cool. I went through the entire journey mode, normal from beginning to end, and I had a blast playing it, trying to get your high score in each little quadrant. Like one set of levels is like 4 or 5 stages. You go and you get a certain number of lines, you clear them, you move on to the next stage with this cool transition effect going from one like world to the next. And then eventually, after you beat all like 4 or 5, you are given a letter grade. So I remember one time I got like a B. I'm like, no, I'm not going to settle for that. So I went back and replayed it again because Tetris is just so addicting. And Tetris here, the game plays just fine. It plays really, really well. It plays like one of the best kinds of Tetris that you can find, mimicking, or on the same caliber, I should say, of the Nintendo games I mentioned previously, where I hold Tetris up to, that's the high standard to me. Tetris DS, Tetris 99. You can rest assured that you're going to be playing a solid Tetris game that doesn't have too crazy of loading times or anything like that. An experience to the entire journey mode was great all the way up to the final stage. It was super hard and challenging, but very fulfilling after I completed it. And then, of course, after that, there's an expert mode that I can go in. It's even harder if you want that. If you want an easy mode, it has that. So there's different difficulties based on your skill level and what you're feeling like. And, of course, you could also play multiplayer in the connected version, the one I'm playing. And if you don't want to go through the journey mode, there's like the effects mode where you get to see like the entire planet, put a little pin on where you live, and you can see all the different players playing Tetris. It's just a really cool little side thing. And then on top of that, you have different kind of Tetris, like mission modes. It's like clear X amount of lines, or play super hard Tetris, or play Tetris is like, I think one of my favorites is clearing all these dark blocks, and it's just a lot of fun doing that. And then there's another mode that I also like, which is just, it throws random hazards at you. Like your Tetris board will turn upside down. Like, I've never played an upside down Tetris until now, and I'm so giddy talking about it because it's just a fun way. I've been a Tetris fan my entire life, multiple decades, and this game just throws new concepts at the Tetris experience, which I really do love. And I think if you give yourself the time to just test this game out, maybe this is the Tetris for you. I know it's the Tetris for me, and I had a lot of fun playing it. This is my very first non-Nintendo Tetris game that I really enjoyed, and I can't wait to go jump back into it like right after I'm done recording this, because it's just that addicting and that enjoyable. So I hope you learned a little bit about Tetris Effect and if you should play it or not. And I hope you enjoyed the footage of me playing it throughout this video. I played it on my PC, Xbox Game Pass, with a Xbox 360 controller. That D-pad is mighty crazy, so if you see me make any mistakes, I'm going to blame it on that. And maybe my rusty skill level. As always, thanks for joining the party, listen to me ramble, and I'll see you in the next video.